Welcome to the house that Rodney built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegian renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Bulldozes him. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12, but all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
They'll throw it on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Bringing it back, it's more. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This crowd trying to make life miserable offense. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Makes the grab on the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Texas.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Barnes. It's complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The play action fake. That pass not close as he got on fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Texas offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end. Get a nice positive game in the toss play.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll test the right side. Tackled after picking up the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Barnes. Finds the tight end. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
That's the end of the first quarter. Texas 7, Notre Dame 0.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass hits complete. Touchdown Longhorns! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fair catch called for and made. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's He's looking to throw. This time on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy...
Oh, look out! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking for room. It's Price.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, just keeps firing. Caught near the sticks, it's Smith. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Running back goes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Blasted as he lets it go. And the ball is intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just run on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. It's 4th down and 14, but they're going to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Back open in the middle. At the 40, there he goes. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Looking to move it through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 45, on its way. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wide out in motion. He'll just keep slinging it. Trying to get to it. It's a fumble on the play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Here's the give off the left side. At the 15, he's loose. Running toward the tape. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They get him down after he makes the catch. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. second down, looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Bulls his way forward. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll immediately call timeout.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Price. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Going up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Price. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, this offense told us coming in, they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the 1st half. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. One more snap coming before halftime. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having to lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Barnes. They're bringing heat. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Almost took that one all the way back.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
What a shot in the arm something like that can give you. You take over, 1st and goal from the 3. Calls his own number. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Wants to go up top. Got his man. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a catch and run for 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, sure, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Looking for blockers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. productive play on first down. Snap it to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Oh, it's out! Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3. Ball's at the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Using his feet. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on...
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
And he's got it inside the 20. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback moving. On the run, fires downfield. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Back to the air one more time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21.
Notre Dame 31, Texas 21.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously, having a ton of success, you've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
On second down, he'll fire. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback checking the play. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Barnes. Pulls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 31, Texas 21.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Put yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The give to the back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Second down coming up. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel in the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Barnes. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 21 to USF. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Low.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Motion from the offense. The run from the shotgun. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
Pound 55 weak.
Wide receiver shows motion. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Notre Dame would love to just run this thing out.
Moves.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.